Hey everybody, Alex Kazor, SteelersDepot.com, back for another Pittsburgh Steelers prediction for this Week 15 game, Monday Nighter against the Cincinnati Bengals. Obviously, Pittsburgh here looking for some good news after losing their last two games to Washington and Buffalo, and I think it's a very good time to play a struggling Bengals team. Here are some things to look for in Monday's game. Starting with the Bengals offense, we now know who their quarterback will be for Monday. It will be Ryan Finley, making his fourth career start, actually his second against the Steelers. Started versus them last year, played okay, probably had his best game of his short career against Pittsburgh, but obviously Joe Burrow on IR for several weeks now after that severe knee injury, and backup Brandon Allen will not play due to a knee injury. So Finley has really struggled this year. I mean, the theme for this Bengals offense has been an inability to protect their quarterback. They've had several offensive line injuries, including to left tackle former first round pick Jonah Williams, who will not play in this game. They've actually had to play and start at times former Steelers undrafted free agent Fred Johnson, who was a guard, really should not be a tackle, especially a left tackle. So that's kind of just sums up how bad their situation has been over there. Finley's been sacked seven times this year and about 25 dropbacks. I mean, that's a crazy high percentage. They've been sacked as a team 46 times this season. So just really struggling to protect the quarterback, and certainly you would expect Pittsburgh, even without Bud Dupree and some of the inside linebackers like Robert Spillane, unsure if Vince Williams will play in this game. You would expect Hayward and Tuitt and Watt and company to get a lot of pressure and hopefully convert some sacks. And they haven't done a great job of that over these last two losses, but certainly you would expect a 4 to 5 sack team performance against the Bengals. One thing the Bengals have been doing a lot of is play action, something I'm sure Steeler fans would love to see in Pittsburgh. It's been a lot of under center play action, boots and rollouts, trying to create some easy reads or some big plays downfield, get the receivers open. So the eye discipline and just the integrity of the linebackers and the DBs, particularly the off ball linebackers and the safeties, will be, I think, critical in this game. I think the philosophy in the first game against Burrow was, force everything either vertical or outside the numbers, take away Tyler Boyd in the slot, bracket him, especially on third down. I think Pittsburgh will employ a similar game plan this time around, although I think the Bengals have some better weapons on the outside, some more proven guys than they did in the first matchup. T. Higgins, who did have a good game against Pittsburgh in the first matchup, he's been playing more, playing better. AJ Green's coming off a good game versus Dallas, so they're not playing guys like Auden Tate quite as much as they were in that first matchup. So, but I think the overall premise will be the same: force Finley to make some more NFL, caliber throws outside the numbers, vertical. But again, you can't get beat deep. You got to have good discipline and just tackle the catch, break up passes, be competitive at the catch point. That'll be the key in this game. Defensively, not a lot to write home about this Bengals team. They have good safety play with Von Bell, Jesse Bates, two of their leading tacklers on the team. Logan Wilson, a really good linebacker for them, a rookie from Wyoming, will not play in this one. Defensive line, no Geno Atkins. He's really become a shell of himself. They do have Carl Lawson, who's been their best and most consistent source of pass rush, 4.5 sacks this year, far and away the team leader with the Bengals. But as a team, they only have 15 total sacks. That's 31st in football this season, only I think ahead of the Titans, if I'm not mistaken. So really, I mean, you should expect this team to have success. Pittsburgh to get to find traction offensively. Hopefully, that run game will get better. Again, the Bengals, you should be able to run on them, but we said that in the first matchup, and it didn't really happen. So again, for Pittsburgh, it's about taking care of the football. Bengals are a turnover machine. They have one of the worst turnover differentials in football. They've turned the football over at least twice in each of the last 5 games. If you win the turnover battle, you don't allow the big plays. If you're disciplined, have good integrity, then you should be okay in this one. But you don't want to overlook any team either. You're playing on the road, prime time. Bengals are going to be playing up to their opponent for sure, knowing how good Pittsburgh is. And yeah, the Bengals played the Browns tight. I think each of their losses to Cleveland this year were within one score. So you don't want to assume anything there either. And then a final note on special teams. The Bengals, probably their best source of offense lately has been special teams. Whether you're talking Brandon Wilson in the kick return game, he's got a kick return touchdown in the last couple weeks, or Alex Erickson, the punt returner. Both are in the top six in their respective kick or punt return category. So Pittsburgh did not do a good job with their coverage unit against the Bills and Andre Roberts, and so that will have to improve. So the Bengals don't have good starting field position for this offense. It certainly needs good starting field position, or even worse, allowing touchdowns or those kind of big plays like that. You have to avoid those in a game like this, and also watch out for the fake. The Bengals ran a fake punt with their up back Sean Williams late in the first matchup. It worked, went for 36 yards. Don't know exactly why the Bengals showed it in that moment, but they did, and so they certainly will probably try something tricky as well to try to steal a possession, gain an edge in this one. Overall, though, I think obviously, when you play a Bengals team, this is a good get right kind of game. Again, not going to guarantee anything, and Pittsburgh has a lot to clean up for sure. But just better personnel. I mean, by far for obvious reasons. So I have the Steelers winning this one, 27-11. Bit of an oddball score, but I'll have the Bengals trying to go for two in some situation here. I guess is kind of the way I'm determining this one. But certainly, you would like to play a Bengals team right now when you're coming off two losses and not playing particularly well as a team over the last three games. So that is it for today's video and prediction. We will see what happens on Monday night. Hopefully, the Steelers get back to their winning ways and kind of calm everyone down for at least a little bit. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know who you think is going to win this game and why. And as always, thank you so much for listening and watching, and we'll talk to you soon.